Hello, this is Sam Simon, also known as Dementia Man, for my blog posts for the the week of October 28th, the last week in October, and just before we get into National Alzheimer's Awareness Month. And I thought I would use this opportunity to share some good news to take us into that. I learned just a few days ago that a movement to achieve something that I advocated for, that is part of my play, and that's to get rid of the D word, dementia. How I know what my play is called Dementia Man. Now I want to get rid of the word dementia. What's going on here? Well, I think you'll understand as we proceed. In fact, have included it in my play, Dementia Man, An Existential Journey, is a one-person play. I've been diagnosed with early stage Alzheimer's, and my response has been, rather than to crawl into a hole, or as somebody once said, go into my room and close the door and not come out, be an advocate and to write about it. I've written other plays. I'm a playwright. And Dementia Man, An Existential Journey, as most of you may know, is a 1 hour play, 1 hour and 10-minute play about that journey, but it's an advocacy piece. And one of the things I have been advocating for is the elimination of the phrase and the word dementia, because I think it's degrading. And I think it's makes it as if I am some sort of monster. But I'm not the only one who thinks that. And one of the challenges is that the idea of Alzheimer's and a neurocognitive disorder, which is what the medical world calls it now, there's no medical phrase dementia any longer. The neurology book called DSM-5 labels it neurocognitive disorder, major or minor, not dementia. Now, what I wanted to share today is this good news and to invite you to join with me and also join this new initiative called the Initiative to Eliminate the D Word. I think that's what it's called. So before I share information and introduce you to that organization and the people behind it, I'm going to take a moment and perform, sitting down, a piece of my play, Dementia Man. And it's that section in which I rant against the word. So here you go. This is from the play, Dementia Man, An Existential Journey. And it starts here after I've advocated in my play for curb cuts of sorts, accommodations for people with dementia, just like we have for people with physical disorders. So I am sure that you do not see us demented people in stores or visiting museums either, or walking alone along downtown streets. Which reminds me, do you know what else I want to do? I want to eliminate the damned word dementia. Dementia. I'm not mad, I'm not insane, and I am not crazy. I'm just profoundly forgetful. I get confused. I forget my lines. And sometimes I forget where I am or where I'm going. I slip into dark places, into nothingness, and it takes me a little longer to come out now. I can forget who I am and where I am, and yes, that I am. I can forget that I am human. Dementia, demented. What terrible words. I want them thrown on the same trash heap of history as words like retarded and the N word. I am human. I have a disease that makes me unable to understand and interpret the world as other people do. It is expected that over some time that the current Sam, me, will vanish, just go away, and someone else will occupy this body, not something else, someone else. So that's that part of the play where I want the word dementia. I find it so degrading. And so people will always ask me, what do you want to use instead? What's a better word? Like, I don't really have it, but I think cognitive disorder, I have a cognitive disorder, I'm cognitively impaired, are more than adequate. They don't fall into the natural conversation as easily as the word, well, I have dementia, but I have a neurocognitive disease. I'm cognitively disabled. Those are going to be for now, my favorite words. And they have a lot more dignity and they're medically accepted. So let me share my screen. It may take a little bit of a second and introduce you to this exciting new development, the campaign to eliminate the D word. We'll do it this way. All right. So the initiative to change the D word. I think you can see both of us right now. This is what I wanted to tell about. Isn't it exciting that the initiative to change the D word? And I'm going to scroll through it a little bit. So we're changing the world of cognitive impairment by changing a word. The problem with dementia, demented, the words dementia and demented originate from the Latin word demens, meaning out of mind or without a mind, mad or insane. That's what I say in my play, and I didn't even know all that. I just intuited. And let me show you a little bit more. So let's talk about their team. So I've spoken with Mike Zwendel. He told me that he had been diagnosed with a cognitive disorder, and that's what got him to do this initiative. He had the same exact reaction as I did. And then he's starting an advisory council. So I need to find the ability to just call notdemented.com, notdemented.com. And I am so excited. I've signed up with them and I'm going to come back to my screen, stop sharing, and here I am again. And I think it's really critical. And I'm going to hopefully have them on and be able to have them as my guests. But I think this is really important for everyone who cares about themselves. If you've got a diagnosis or someone you love who want to help bring dignity to this journey. And one of his pieces of research, Mark told me about, was that they found the word dementia itself. And they did a survey of a large number of people. And one of their findings, what people said, that the word itself made them a person less likely to seek help. And I really hope that you can, as we get into Alzheimer's Awareness Month, we want people to be aware of how bad the word is and how bad the word dementia is. Alzheimer's is not dementia. It's a disease. First of all, it's a disease. It's a disability. And it leads to cognitive impairment and cognitive decline. It means when I get to a certain stage, this Sam will become someone else, as I read in my play. It doesn't mean I'm crazy or insane or mad. Now, I might not be able to function in the world as it normally functions. that I will need help and people to do it, but I will be a human being, and I will not be a monster or something to be shut out and hidden. In fact, that is a big problem. Socialization and being engaged. And as you, if you go back in I think it was 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, I interviewed some folks about bringing the Montessori program to memory care. That when somebody loses their cognitive awareness and becomes someone else, the way the uh, facilities that are implementing the Montessori program work to find out what I had been, what the person had been, what they did, where they're from, what their natural sort of innate instincts are, and then use those to help develop the new person, the new Sam, and enable me to be a leader or function well with memory disorder. So this is part of the future, and I invite you to the future and to be part of it. And so that's my word for you this week. And let's get ready to celebrate and mark Alzheimer's Awareness Month, and maybe bring forward this campaign to get rid of the D word. Thanks for watching and listening. Also, please check out DementiaMan.com. We've got a bunch of November performances on the first, on the let's see, let me go to DementiaMan.com and go to the program page, my list of my performances, and I'll even give them to you verbally right now. On my calendar, November 2nd, in Fairfax County, Virginia. It's the Dementia Care Consortium, and it's a caregivers program. And in the morning, I'll be at the Fairfax County Government Building. Then November 2nd in the afternoon, I'm going to be in Oakton, Virginia. And all this is on the stage. They're all open to the public. And I'll be performing for the Northern Virginia Mental Health Foundation. I'm on their board, and the ticket revenue will go to support them. November 3rd, I'll be in downtown Washington, D.C., performing at the Phillips Collection, a museum. I love it. And then just a week later, I'll be all the way in Cedar Falls, Iowa, at the Western Home Communities. Then back on the week later here in Virginia, Dementia Man, an Existential Journey at the Vienna Presbyterian Church. And then finally in the month, November 21st, I'll be performing at Green Spring. Oh, I'm going to try it again. Green Spring. They're in Springfield, Virginia, and they're part of the Erickson communities. So I'm busy. I'm trying to work, and it's always, you always can support also Dementia Man. We are self-funded from our, sometimes the bookings do it, but you can become a producer of theater, and you get a certificate and you'll get recognized. And I'm going to share my screen one more time so you can see, if you donate, that you can become a sponsor of Dementia Man. Look at that, supporters. It's my wife, of course, some wonderful people, and Fractured Atlas, you'll see that's where you donate from. They're tax exempt. And Playhouse Square, they donated a video of my show. Dementia Springs given a grant, and theater companies helped me be a theater person for a long time and help create this play, as well as the Dangle and Doc, two colleagues. So please consider joining and becoming a sponsor of this show. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next week.